Hello, and welcome to the TTV Hall of Fame nomination. My name is Paul Wise. Bear with me for a minute. I'd like you to do me a favor. I'd like you to turn your speakers up and close your eyes. Go ahead, I'll wait. Are we ready?
Visions of the things to be, the pains that are withheld for me, I realize and I can see that suicide is painless.
Okay, you can open your eyes. Does that song mean anything to anybody? Has anybody heard that song before? How about if I say the names Benjamin Hawkeye Pierce or Trapper John McIntyre? How about Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan? Well, if those names mean nothing to you, and that tells me that I'm a lot older than you guys, also tells me that you've missed part of TV history, the TV show MASH. So my nomination today for the TTV Hall of Fame would be for the TV show MASH. MASH was based on a novel written by Dr. Richard Hornberger, who wrote under the pseudonym Richard Hooker. The novel was entitled MASH, a novel about three Army doctors, written in 1968. This novel was later turned into a screenplay, and they made a movie entitled simply MASH, which in turn turned into the TV show MASH, debuted in 1972 on Sunday night after All in the Family. MASH stands for Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. The show is based on a bunch of doctors and nurses and the day-to-day operation of a surgical unit during wartime, during the Korean War. Many of you might ask, how can war be funny? In all honesty, it can't be, but the day-to-day operations and the way the show was written and acted made it funny at times, although there were very serious notes. Many of the first few seasons were based strictly on Dr. Hornberger's novel and stories of his comrades during the Korean War conflict. I told you about some of the characters. Hawkeye Pierce was played by Alan Alda. Trapper John was played by Wayne Rogers. Hot Lips Houlihan, who was the head nurse, was played by Loretta Swift. Corporal Max Klinger was a character in himself. He was the clerk for the MASH unit. More times than not, dressed in drag, trying to get a Section 8 discharge from the Army because he hated it that much. Section 8 discharge is a discharge for lack of a better term, crazy people. Radar O'Reilly, who was also one of the main characters, played a clerk for the colonel at that time was Henry Blake, played by McLean Stevenson. Later characters, B.J. Honeycutt became a surgeon at the unit. He replaced Trapper John's character in 1975. Colonel Sherman Potter took Harry Morgan's place when Colonel Blake was discharged. And Charles Emerson Winchester III was played by David Ogden Stiers. He was also often romantically linked with Hot Lips Houlihan. The final show, airing in 1983, remains to this day as the single highest rated show in TV history. 77% of the United States was watching that last 2.5 hour episode entitled Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. Among the awards that MASH received, many awards. They received 8 Golden Globes and 52 Emmys over its 11-year run, having been nominated over all 11 years more than 160 times. You may wonder why the show MASH is important to me? Well, for me, my father was a Korean War veteran. He served 2 tours of active duty in Korea from 1950 to 1953. MASH was his favorite show on TV. Sunday nights was good family time for us growing up. I really have fond memories of sitting and watching that show with my father. However, he would point out the things that were very, very false during that show, but it always made me chuckle. 23 years ago today, actually, I lost my father to cancer, and this show brings back very fond memories for me. So in conclusion, if you've never seen the TV show MASH, you've done yourself a real injustice. I highly recommend it. I'm fairly sure it's on Netflix. I know you can watch episodes on YouTube. I actually have many of the seasons they have on DVD in a box set, and I have, I think, 7 of them right now. So feel free to jump in and watch the first show, and I'm sure you'll get hooked like I did. And that's my nomination. Farewell.